Okay, this particular bear, is the very first bear that I would probably put on earth. As you can see, a lot of potters, Tony Day used to put bears on his pottery like this. So this is my bear, of course. And then I inlaid the lifeline, the continuing lifeline on here. And then as you can see, here's the Hopi sun face. The Hopi sun face was never been inlaid with stones. This would be the very first time that there was an inlay of the sun face that are individually cut, even the black and white and the little thin lines between the coral and the yellow lip shell. And then the face is Morenci turquoise. And so I was the first one to anticipate this. As you can tell right off the bat, I was already inlaying at a very superior inlay to all of my other inlays, because I just had I was naturally gifted. And then on this side is Burnham turquoise. This Burnham turquoise, I got it in a big nugget, and here's the teeth, and here's the eyes, and it's just kind of, to me, it's just kind of like a cloud in a dream that I was in. And so, and then I continued on to making the beads, rolled the beads here and made them. And then this is 14 karat tubes that I solder back together, and some of them have inlay on them usually. But this was my very first piece, and at the same time, this piece would enter into the Gallup ceremonial show, and it took the best in show out of 40,000 entries of Indian art. Okay, over here we have is one of my bolo ties. This probably, I made this in the 90s. As you see, look like there's two pieces. Actually, there's three pieces. It's reversible side. And I was one of the very first Native American Indian or indigenous people, to design a bolo tie that was reversible. So there's the Monument Valley with the highway and the yucca plant. And then you can put it in here, and then you snap it in there, and that's be one side, and then you pull it back up, and you turn it around, you put it in the night sky. The night sky with the century plant, with the full moon, the Milky Way. That's why the black and white look like the highway, so I call that the Milky Way, and the Saturn, the shooting star, the Big Dipper, the North Star. And so I was one of the first one to design a reversible bear. And there's the tips. And I have goat and sheep at my house for nostalgic reason. And that's why I always have little goats, and I have little sheep on my jewelry. You'll see them on my jewelry because it's a nostalgic reason. And on the back of this bolo tie, pretty surprised by this one, this was made when the Twin Towers came down. So this would be, maybe I did it before. I had to done this one before. You see the Twin Towers there with the eagle on there and the sun face. And I have done this before the Twin Towers went down, and then I have made another bolo tie that with the Twin Towers when it came down. So this would be the very first piece. So there you have it. That's a bolo tie.